The Kamala car wreck continues as the media falls apart on their support for her. You're welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Kamala Harris, even her safe space of CNN is turning on her.
How Kamala Harris's campaign unraveled.
That was quick. It went from honeymoon phase to now it is falling apart.
They obtained the resignation letter of the Harris campaign state operations director. She wrote, "It is unacceptable that with less than 90 days until Iowa, we still do not have a real plan to win. Our campaign for the people is made up of diverse talent, which is being squandered by indecision and a lack of leaders who lead."
Kamala is a lack of a leader who cannot lead. That's very well spoken, and that's becoming her new brand.
Hearing this kind of frustration, and you hear it, it's reporters, it's people inside the campaign, it's people outside the campaign, it's pretty much every voter that you meet on the campaign trail who goes to see her, and the common theme is people want to like her, and then she doesn't close the deal. She's not able to articulate a consistent and compelling message that makes those voters who show up for her, who are interested in what she's selling, that makes them decide, yes, this is the candidate I can commit to.
She used comments like every voter, all media.
Campaign, it's pretty much every voter that you meet on the campaign trail.
They're shoved this avatar, this happy joy Kamala, and then they actually go to listen to what she says, and she can't land it because there's no substance there behind it. This is about how far can the media drag her over the finish line, and they're going, it's too heavy of a lift. This is just like their conclusion with Joe Biden. They're going, look, we're trying to make you win, but it's too heavy of a lift. And why is that? First of all, this is Kamala Harris with a 84% positive news coverage versus Donald Trump, 89% negative. Look at that contrast, okay? She gets nothing but positive news, and they can't do it. Trump gets nothing but negative news, and they can't destroy him. This is good news about the truth and how the media, great cover-up is ultimately ineffective against stopping the capital T truth.
Can you explain how you're going to pay for those?
Sure. Well, I mean, you just look at it in terms of what we are talking about, for example, around children and the child tax credit and extending the EITC. It's at $6,000 for the first year of a child's life. The return on that investment in terms of what that will do and what it will pay for will be tremendous.
They ask her for details on her economic policy, and she actually can't explain how they're going to pay for that child tax credit. She can't give details. All she can remember is they told her ROI, return of investment. Just say it. Just say, this is a positive return on investment. That's a bunch of gobbledygook because she can't articulate the specifics on how it is a return on investment. Here she is again. Someone told her, just use the word return of investment.
The work, and then what we're doing in terms of the tax credits, we know that there's a great return on that investment.
Yeah, okay, we got it. You learned a new word.
Property tax base, what that does to fund schools. Again, return on investment, how you measure the return on investment.
Oh, yes, the return on investment. Here's a clip from the Trump hit ad from a political action committee on Kamala Harris.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
She hasn't been to the border, but she also hasn't been to Europe. Does that satisfy anyone? Not even Democrats are satisfied by that.
We have a secure border.
And that's what they told you for 4 years. The border's secure. It was always a lie. Here's new video of a setup, a puff piece of her going to buy Doritos at a convenience store, okay? Which that these people have not been in a convenience store to buy Doritos, but this is part of their way. They try and make them look like human beings.
Doritos. Ah, Dougie, there they are. Yeah, thank you.
Ah, Dougie, there's the Doritos, she says to her husband. Remember Elizabeth Warren trying to look like a human being drinking a beer?
Hold on a sec. I'm going to get me a beer.
I'm going to get me a beer just like you normal people.
Clover, my husband Bruce is now in here. You want a beer?
No, I'll pass on the beer for now.
You sure? Come over and say hello.
Would you like a beer just like me?
So, this is my sweetie.
Hello.
This is my husband unit, just like Kamala Harris going, oh, Dougie.
Ah, Dougie, there they are. Thank you.
Oh, Dougie, there you are. Thanks for those Doritos, just like we do all the time. This is also like when Beto O'Rourke did his own laundry. He's like, I do my own laundry. Or Hochul from New York doing it's a great day to barbecue.
I know you want those.
Oh, wait.
You see corn nuts over there,
Isn't this
Tim?
it?
Oh, yeah,
That's the big. There you go. That's funny. You see corn nuts over there?
Tim Walz is helping out as vice president. Look, I found the Doritos in a convenience store. It's like a treasure hunt for them. Where are the Doritos? Meanwhile, here's Kamala Harris trying to unpack more information for you at a campaign event.
That's what our election is about. Our election is about understanding the importance of this beautiful country of ours in terms of what we stand for around the globe as a democracy. As a democracy.
Just big poses as a democracy, long pause. And then she underlines it as if she's bringing in new information and like articulating it. A democracy.
We know there's a duality to the nature of democracy. On the one hand, incredible strength when it is intact.
Long pauses. There's a duality. There's a duality. I'll tell you the duality is how many votes did you get, Kamala, in this democracy? 0 votes. Yet it's intact.
What it does for its people to protect and defend their rights, their liberty, and their freedom. Incredibly strong and incredibly fragile.
Fragile when you try to imprison your opponent and call him a felon. I'm Doug in Exile. Subscribe.